All right, guys, welcome to my channel. This is your boy again, Toby. Just in case it's the first time you're meeting me or you're seeing this channel, and you might just want to give this video a thumbs up if you love it. Please share the video and as well comment and drop your opinion on what you think about what's happening in our environment, more especially that of the Biafrans and then with the Nigerian government. All right, so I'm going to show you someone live. Okay, this is a live broadcast with someone and then the board, the Biafran leadership board. Okay, so I want you guys to please don't go nowhere, stay close, and don't forget to subscribe. All right, let's get to the video.
You and almost everybody that have gathered here today, and above all, your love to liberate your people, our people, from the shackles of slavery, bondage, marginalization, killing, oppression, and suppression. Thank you so much, Obatobie. I greet you and I thank you, and Biafrans, thank you. Thanks to all the brigade cabinet members and de facto governors and executives and stakeholders here present. Thanks to all Biafrans, home and abroad, liaison officers, heads of administrators and departments, our allies, our lobbyists, our international and local attorneys working tirelessly to finalize our movement to Biafra land come 2025. Thanks to our foot soldiers. Give me a minute. Give me 1 second. Okay, great. Thanks to our foot soldiers, the Biafra Liberation Army, the Biafra Resistance Fighters, the Force, the Biafra Navy, the Air Force, and the police. Thank you so much for what you do to protect our people from the terrorist Nigeria state. Please continue to do what you do every day as our PM has directed you. Do not relent. Do not waste a second to reach out for help. You know the help our PM has established before this brief incident. Please continue to reach out for help. Thanks to all the supporters of the liberation movement, home and abroad, privately and secretly, in cash or in kind, you all are our heroes. Thanks to the Biafra media, under his leadership, our own Sonny Akbarawa, that works tirelessly day and night to ensure that the world is not confused about the propaganda being sent out by the Nigerian government against Biafrans and against the indigenous people of Nigeria that have wallowed in abject poverty, being killed every day for almost the past 20, 30 years. Thank you so much, the media team. Again, my name is Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, the Chief of Staff to the Biafra government. The redeclaration of the independent state of Biafra is sacrosanct and comes up in the next few days in Finland. Our God, our Chukwu Okike Abiama, has ordained this period and the day of Biafra declaration. We have followed every peaceful means to be free from the terrorist state of Nigeria, who reintegrates non-terrorists into the military, into the police, into the army, into the Air Force, into the customs. That is what they do. The records are there. The Nigerian Defense Chief, Christopher Musa, publicly accepted and shows the world how Nigerian government reintegrates non-terrorists into the state. Now is the time for Biafrans and all indigenous Nigerians to liberate themselves from these shackles of terrorism to make the world a better place. As some of you are aware, Our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, was invited by the Finland local police for some frivolous allegation by some disgruntled Nigerians living in Finland, being sponsored by the Nigerian terrorist state and Europe and Britain. Our PM responded to that invitation and still doing that as we speak, delivering information, giving them the reasons why indigenous Nigeria must be free, the reason why Biafra must be free, the reason why the world is going to be a better place when Nigeria is divided or collapsed, so that the indigenous Biafrans, indigenous Nigerians can function at their highest capacity, not this capacity set by Nigeria. You almost heard or read some misguided Nigerian journalists and politicians and some Nigerian agents that our prime minister says he is now the leader of Biafra government in exile. That our prime minister is in jail. That our prime minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpa, is a terrorist. That our prime minister is inciting people. I believe each and every one of you here must have heard some of those junks being perpetrated. Is normal, and all of us know is normal in any process based on the lies that the Nigerian government and their agents in Finland, some Biafran agents who we have their information, have lied and submitted to the local police authorities. Again, the Prime Minister of Biafra has committed no crime. The manipulations going on by Britain and their slave stooges in Nigeria is well understood. And I believe Biafrans, you all know this story. My advice is for everyone here, and my advice to those that are peddling false information against our Prime Minister in the local police in Finland, the Finland authorities, those that are listening, and the stooges with the Biafra Nigerian government, with some of their likes in Southeast, governors, Southeast politicians that are peddling lies. The only thing I can tell them is this: you can fool some people sometime, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. Am I coming out very clear? I hope everyone is listening. Can you hear me? Am I coming out? Okay, good. Great. So I'll continue. The crop of leaders we have in the Biafra government today have all it takes, spiritually, educationally, financially, to ensure that Biafra is declared and other indigenous Nigerian nations declare their independence to make the world a better place. Our population is too many, and the diversity as well as the deadly intentions of the Nigerian leaders makes the breakup of Nigeria an urgent call, both by all international leaders and all local leaders. Nigeria has killed its indigents enough. Nigeria has killed Biafrans enough. And any genuine and indigenous Nigeria that wishes to continue existing inside this enclave that kills and maims every second, we wish the person luck. But for Biafrans and indigenous Nigerians that wants to make the world a better place, the entity called Nigeria must crumble so that indigenes will go their separate ways and start rebuilding from the scratch. And I'm going to go ahead and give you some of the points that have made Nigeria a burial ground. And let me be very, very clear. The lies and some of the gossips that was given to the Finland local police about our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa is what most of us hear. We hear every day from those that are fighting for the independence and restoration of Biafra. Do not make any mistake about that. It's still the same indigents using the Nigeria government, using British sense of belonging. You ask yourself, why do most Nigerians keep leaving the country in droves? When I say in droves, Nigerians leave the country in droves, both from the east, west, north, and south. Every day, thousands of Nigerians are at the airport trying to leave the country because most of them cannot express themselves inside that terrorist state and not get killed or imprisoned by the Nigeria government headed by current President Tinubu and the senators and the House of Representative members. In Nigeria, this is among the only country where we have two religions being practiced. They practice Sharia in the north, and then they practice the regular constitution in other parts of the country. And I want to ask anybody listening to me, how can you operate two constitutions in one country and you expect the indigents to just keep quiet? If you are a Christian living in the northern part of Nigeria, President Tinubu makes you live by the Sharia law. If you do not obey the Sharia law, President Tinubu is part of the people that supports the Sharia law that we stone an innocent Christian to death just because she wants to question what is going on here. You all remember the story about Deborah. Deborah was murdered, was stoned in the streets of the northern part of Nigeria where Sharia was practiced. Did any of you hear President Tinubu make any comment, or the former president of Nigeria, Buhari, or Atiku, the one contesting for president? Did anybody hear them condemn this practice that you do not have to kill any indigenous Nigeria just because they are living in the northern part of Nigeria where another kind of law called the Sharia is being practiced, is being supported by this same Nigerian government today? We have the marginalization of Biafrans all over Nigeria. Increase in crime in Nigeria because the federal controls the state police. This is what we have been fighting against. This is what Biafrans have been fighting against. That is the only way the regional police can fish out the terrorists that are invading our country. But President Tinubu, the Nigerian senators, the Nigerian House of Representatives, they refuse to do that. That is why Nigeria now is a bed of roses for most of the terrorist organizations in the world. I also want to talk about the insecurity, the reintegration and rehabilitation of non-terrorists by the Nigeria government. This policy has led to the Islamization of Nigeria. If you all don't know, currently, as we speak, and again, I'm going to let you know things that are in place as we speak, so that if you're not familiar before, right now, you are going to be well informed after my Twitter space. The Nigerian government has a policy to reintegrate and rehabilitate non-terrorists into the police force, into the army, into the navy, into the custom, and into the state. And you know what happened? When they reintegrate these terrorists, their major concern is to Islamize Nigeria. These are the terrorists they sent to all parts of Biafra. Anybody that has opposed this system, President Tinubu sent the military to that part of the world to kill their indigents. As we speak, President Tinubu and the Nigerian senators and the House of Representatives, they've sent thousands of these reintegrated terrorists into Biafra territory, into Biafra land, and they continue to kill our people. They continue to maim our people. They continue to rape our women. They continue to rape take over our land, destroy our farmland, destroy our economy. That is their agenda. What was our crime? What is our crime? Just saying that all these things I'm mentioning is no longer making the world a better place. Does not make our life better. We all need to go our different ways to start as a new nation. That is the right thing to do. We cannot continue to function in a country where terrorists have taken over the military and the police. Even some of our indigenous Nigerian police officers, military officers are being killed by these reintegrated terrorists in the battlefield. And I can supply you evidences when you seek that. The Islamization of Nigeria, where Nigeria is a secular state. We have mostly Christians and some Muslims. But this current president of Nigeria, with some of his predecessors, have systematically turned Nigeria into an Islamic state. And that is why Nigeria is a member of IOC. They made the country, without the approval of the Christians, they dragged the whole country into the Islamic Republic. That is why Nigeria is a safe haven for terrorists. Nigeria being a member of the IOC with the rules that guide the membership. I need you to check out what is the rule that guide the membership of an IOC. They have their rules before they admitted Nigeria to become a member of the Islamic Organization Council. There is a rule that you have to meet as a country to become a member of IOC. And one of those rules, and I'm going to look for more, is that somehow you have to make your country mostly, even if they are Christians, 50-50, you have to make everything there mostly Islamic. That is why today Nigeria is a member of the Islamic Organization, despite the objections by the Christians inside Nigeria. That is why you see heightened increase of the murder of Christians in Nigeria. I can give you instances in Southern Kaduna, in Jos, in Enugu State, in Ebonyi State, the killing of over 300 people in Plateau State in December 2023, the killing in Ehamufu, the killing in our leader's house, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's house. They reported 30. But I promise you, when Nigeria gives the reporters 30, just multiply that by 2 or 3 or 4. That is the number of innocent Nigerians they killed just for nothing because they want to actualize their Islamic agenda. The killing in Ebonyi State, the Aba massacre, the recent one, all young Nigerians, young Biafrans dressed in white, they were marching on the streets of Aba, just requesting for the release of our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, whom the Nigerian government has been holding for almost 3 years for nothing except we want the nation of Biafra because we cannot live in the same community with terrorists. Nigerian government is holding Nnamdi Kanu today. There are several massacres, of which anybody here that need more information, request for the information from me. Please call me. My phone number, 770-329-7339. Again, 770-329-7339. And I'll give you more detailed information, some of which I'm not going to cover here because of time. In Nigeria, there is oppression, suppression, and killing of unarmed innocent citizens just for marching on the street. You're all familiar with the last march that was done like 2 or 3 months ago, the End Bad Governance. Do you all know how many innocent Nigerians that were killed by President Tinubu using the Nigerian police and army? They were up to, I believe, they were up to 30 to 50 or more innocent indigenous Nigerians murdered in the northern part of Nigeria for nothing, just because they were marching against bad government. Some of you are familiar with the Answers March, which happened in Nigeria. Some of you are familiar with the number of innocent Nigerians that were killed during that protest. Even though the Nigerian government denied, nobody was killed. But all the human rights activists, all the human rights report has pointed to the fact that Nigerian government murdered innocent NSAS people, NSAS Nigerians, just because they were protesting against the brutality of the reintegrated terrorists that entered Nigerian police. That was why the Nigerian government killed all of them. There was the Aba March, the innocent Nigerians were killed. The Mbo March, innocent Nigerians, and these are all unarmed, innocent citizens expressing their point, expressing their right against bad leadership. There was the Headbridge massacre. There was the Mbo massacre. All these were done by the Nigerian government. Anybody that's saying that our PM is instigating, Nigerians and Biafrans here, we love to confront you, to ask you, how do you define instigation? When innocent indigenous are murdered by their hundreds every month, and nobody is talking about it except our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa and our leader Nnamdi Kanu and others. We all are aware of the recent Okuama killing. Over 100 citizens, mostly males, were killed by the Nigerian military. Innocent citizens. How many court cases do we have in Nigeria against this military that murdered these innocent people today? How many have been, I'm not even going to talk about compensation. But where are the court cases against the Nigerian government for the killing of these innocent citizens in Okuama, the oil-rich Delta region? Who is talking about that? Who is telling Nigerian government you cannot take life that you did not give? Nobody. Only our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has sworn by his life. He is going to defend Biafrans and any indigenous Nigeria that is going through what Biafrans are going through. So I tell the Finland government at this moment, please, any questioning that's been going on our Prime Minister, please release him ASAP. Let him just have his freedom. Give him back his telephone. Because this battle, you are not going to win it. Nobody. Because it is the right thing for us to do. And we must continue to do that.